These skull soaps are so fun and so easy to create. If you already know how to make soaps, this is the video for you. Namaste and Swagatam. My name is Geeta and I bring soap making and craft tutorials for you on this channel. So if you like and you're interested in soap making and craft tutorials, make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video if you find any valuable information. So let's get started. First step is to create the black colored soap and the skulls. Now we will add the live water to the oils just like any other soap, and we will mix it and make it reach to the light trace. Once the soap has reached to the light trace, we will add fragrance oil. Make sure you mix it really well. I'm fast forwarding this because I have to finish this video in a certain time, but make sure you mix it really well and then divide it into two parts. One part will be used to make the black colored soap, and the other part will be used to make the skulls, in which we will not add any color. So I made about 2 pounds of soap, and after mixing live water and everything, I divided about 20 ounces of soap in one container that I will be using for my skull mold, and this I will be using to make the black soap. I used activated charcoal, but you can use either activated charcoal or you can use black mica. If you have whatever is easily available to you, you can use that to color your soap black and mix it well. I had activated charcoal, which takes a long time to mix, and make sure there are no clumps. And once you're happy with the color, you can pour it in the mold. If you think it is light or it's gray, you can always add more color to that. Now the rest of the soap, make sure it's not thick. You can work with that first if you would like, and then you can pour it in the skull mold. Make sure it's light trace, because otherwise it might not go and cover all the details that are in the soap. Now, depending on your recipe, leave the soaps in the mold until they are ready to come out. When your soaps are ready, make sure you stretch the mold so that it loosens the soap and soap doesn't get stuck in the mold, and make sure you press it all the way out, especially for the skull mold, so you don't miss on any of the details. My first one was still soft, so I had to let it sit for some time. Now it's time to take out the activated charcoal soap out of the mold. My soap was still very soft, but because I had to complete this project, I had to take it out of the mold. But you can wait and your recipe might settle sooner. It was soft, but I was able to give it a shape, and my final result did not get affected, and I let it sit for another 2 days before I cut it. Now after 2 days, I used my wire cutter and cut the soap, and it was perfect to work with. Now we have reached to the fun part where we will create the drips and put everything together. Live water and oils ready to make the colored soap, and in this I use very simple recipe. 30% and 70% recipe is in the description box. You can download it for free. I mixed the live water and the oils, and now I will divide half of it. I just made extra because I have some other project to do, but this is what I will be using to create the colored drips on the soap. I'll make it reach to emulsion only. I won't even make it reach to the trace. I just have to make sure that oil and the live water are mixed together, but I won't go further because it's gonna take me time, and I want it to be very thin so the drips can be smooth and easy. I did end up using the white titanium dioxide to color it white, because I thought that might make my colors more pop up, more bright. So I did add some titanium dioxide in the soap, and then that's the soap I used for neon and purple later on. So first I mixed the titanium dioxide, and after that I added the fragrance oil. Before you divide it into parts, make sure you add the fragrance oil. I used the same fragrance oil that I used for the soap. Now I will divide it in the containers that have colors, and then I will mix those. We are now very close to the fun part. I'm so excited right now. So let's mix the neon in the soap batter. Make sure you mix it really well, there are no clumps. And now let's mix the purple color. It looks really beautiful. I get all excited when it comes to the fun part and the final, where we are so close to the final results. Alright, now I use these water bottles, empty water bottles, and made a hole on top to use these, but you can also use a squeezy bottle. Now you should have something at the bottom so that once your drips are done, you don't have to touch the soaps and you can easily slide them. So these small things you have to keep in mind, otherwise you'll do all the work and you won't be able to move them where you want it to be. So I use this cardboard box. I filled my soap batter in the plastic bottle in which I made a hole, and I just repurposed this and I'll be using this. So this is the top view. I will show you the side view also because it's difficult to see here, but you have to go on the edges, and wherever you want the drip to go down, you have to press it, gently press it there, and otherwise just let it come out just like this. So you see how beautiful this is, like it's just so beautiful and so simple technique. Like when you try, you will just know how easy this is to make. So you pour it first on the edges, wherever you want to make the drips, just gently press it. At the end you fill the top, and then you put the skull on the top. Now here is another one that I want to show you. So first you go towards the edges, press it gently wherever you want the drips to go down, some long, some short, and then fill the top and then put the skull on top. Again, this is the side view, just to show you how the drips would look. Cover the top and put the skull there. Make sure you have enough soap on the top so that the skulls stay there properly. If you won't have enough soap, skulls might not be able to attach properly to the soap. The third one and the rest of them I mixed the two colors. That's what I actually wanted to do, but I wanted to make single colors also. So in the rest of them I put two layers. I first made drips with one color, and then I added another color. Every time I see these soaps, I just get so excited that I don't even know what I'm talking right now. But this is just so exciting, so simple, and it's just so beautiful. Guys, make sure you try this. And I'm gonna try this same soap to make with the melt and pour, so that the people who don't make the soap from scratch, they can also create these kind of beautiful soaps. I'm gonna try to create similar, so I'll see how that comes out. But yeah, this is the drip technique, and in combination with a mold that is so beautiful I got from Amazon. I will put the link of the mold in the description box also, and I will also have the recipe that I used to create these drips. Here is the final look after a week. Tag me #craftwithgeeta so I can see all the creations, and I would love to see that. Until then, stay curious and stay creative. Peace.